What's up, YouTube family? If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends and followers, because what's happening in Durban right now is nothing short of explosive. The streets are burning, the people are rising, and the battle lines have been drawn. This isn't just a protest. It's not just a march. This is war in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal. Abahlali base Dudula has clashed head-on with Operation Dudula, and the city is reeling from a street battle that's left Durban shaken to its core. Durban, the coastal jewel of South Africa, known for its warm beaches and vibrant Zulu culture, was turned into a war zone this week. Tensions that have been boiling for months finally exploded. What began as a protest over housing, jobs, and basic services quickly spiraled into chaos when two of the country's most radical and determined grassroots movements found themselves face to face with one another, each fighting for their vision of justice, but using radically different means. It all started early in the morning when hundreds of Abahlali base Dudula members, many wearing their trademark red t-shirts, marched through the informal settlements of Cato Manor and Kennedy Road. They carried banners demanding land, housing, dignity. They sang liberation songs. They toyed their way to the municipality offices, demanding to be heard. But what they didn't expect was an aggressive countermarch organized by Operation Dudula activists, who accuse Abahlali of harboring undocumented migrants, of protecting criminal networks, and of undermining law and order. Within minutes, insults turned into shoves. Shoves turned into punches. And then the first stone was thrown. Chaos erupted. Tear gas filled the air. Police sirens screamed. But law enforcement was quickly overwhelmed as hundreds more joined from surrounding townships, turning a protest into an all-out street war. The clashes were vicious. Makeshift weapons, sticks, pongas, broken bottles, were used openly as rival factions clashed in the open streets. Vehicles were torched. Shops looted. Foreign-owned spaza shops became instant targets, some set ablaze as crowds cheered and jeered. One video that has since gone viral shows a group of Operation Dudula members chasing an alleged undocumented Zimbabwean man through the narrow alleys, shouting "Fuma! Fuma!" while others cheered them on. But Abahlali was not backing down. They accuse Operation Dudula of being nothing but a violent vigilante group hiding behind patriotism. They don't want justice. They want blood, one Abahlali member shouted as he helped a fellow protester, blood streaming from a head wound. We are fighting for land. They are fighting to divide the poor. We won't be intimidated. Meanwhile, Operation Dudula's leadership maintains that they were merely responding to what they call the criminal hijacking of South African communities by illegal foreigners and rogue NGOs. A spokesperson for the group, speaking to the press amid the chaos, said, "If the government won't act, we will. Durban must be cleaned. We will not be silent while our people live in squalor and outsiders live like kings." By nightfall, parts of the city resembled a war zone. Fires burned in the distance. Armed police and tactical response teams were deployed. Helicopters circled overhead. Hospitals reported dozens of injuries, stab wounds, blunt trauma, and several in critical condition. At least 2 fatalities have been confirmed so far, but eyewitnesses say the real number could be higher. And still, the city is tense. Residents are scared to leave their homes. Children were pulled out of schools early. Taxis stopped operating in affected zones. Local business owners, already battered by years of unrest, looting, and crime, are now facing yet another disaster. "We just recovered from the July unrest," one shopkeeper said, visibly shaken. "And now this. It's like we are cursed to never have peace." What makes this moment particularly explosive is that both Abahlali and Operation Dudula represent the growing frustration of South Africa's grassroots. Both are born from the same soil of economic despair, political betrayal, and systemic collapse. Yet, instead of uniting against the real culprits, corrupt politicians, broken institutions, and elite captured, they've turned their anger on each other, igniting a civil conflict among the poor. Analysts warn that what's happening in Durban could spread. With elections on the horizon and service delivery failures reaching boiling point, communities across South Africa are powder kegs waiting to explode. Government officials have called for calm, but their voices ring hollow to people who've been ignored for decades. President Ramaphosa's office issued a brief statement condemning the violence and promising an investigation, but many on the ground believe this is just more talk, more empty promises. And behind all the smoke and flames, there is a deeper question we must ask: who benefits from this chaos? Who wins when Black South Africans are at war with each other in the name of justice? Some suggest that these divisions are deliberately stoked by political forces that thrive on confusion, that benefit from a distracted and divided population. Others say this is simply the inevitable result of 30 years of failed transformation, where the rich got richer and the poor were left to rot. Whatever the cause, the result is clear: Durban is bleeding. And unless something changes fast, more cities may follow. To the people on the ground, those risking their lives to be heard, we see you. We hear you. To the politicians hiding behind gated mansions and blue light convoys, the time for denial is over. Fix the system. Stop the corruption. Deliver what you promised. To our viewers, don't be silent. This is not just about Durban. It's about all of us. Share this video. Make your voice heard. The only way to stop this spiral is to shine a light on the truth. Because the truth is, when people are pushed too far, they erupt. And Durban just did. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so the world can see what's really happening in South Africa. The revolution is being televised, don't blink.